Here we go. Thank you guys for tuning in. The secret sauce for today is so simple. You can either experience the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The choice is yours. On the docket today, Ton advised to diversify beyond Telegram to mitigate risk. RWA tokenization market expected to reach 16.1 trillion by 2030. 5.8 billion Bitcoin options are set to expire on Friday. It could bring a whole lot of volatility. Democratic Party is finally showing signs of increased openness to cryptocurrency. And Caroline, the former Alameda CEO, has been sentenced to 2 years in the Hooskow for her FTX debauchery. Solana Breakpoint event raises questions about meme coins and SEC scrutiny. Bitcoin potentially forms bearish head and shoulder pattern. And CeeLo outperforms Tron in daily active addresses, all praised by Vitalik Buterin. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Wednesday, September 25th, and it is time for some rare bits. Today, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index is coming in at a 59. We are up 5 degrees from yesterday. Hello, Greed Zone. Market cap is coming in at about $2.29 trillion, basically flat in the last 24 hours. 55. Bitcoin dominance is coming at 54.99%, and Ethereum dominance is ringing the bell at 13.78%. Top crypto search term for the normies is BitTensor, ticker sign TAO. It is up 79% on the 7-day. We have 41 days until the election. And before we get into some more news, let's check the numbers for the nerds. Oh my goodness, it is a beer horn time if I've ever seen one. But this red is absolutely expected. We knew it was coming. Do not get your panties in a kerfuffle. Bitcoin currently trading at $62,859. It is down 2% on the day. Ethereum trading at $2,563, down 3% on the day. BNB trading at $583. It is down 3.6%. Salami down 3.3%, trading at $147. The list goes on and on. Everything is either trading flat or down a few percentage points at this time in the evening. My favorite list, it has all turned red. I should have done the show earlier because it was all green, and when it's green, you feel like a smarty pants. Basically, the market has kind of cooled off for a moment. That is absolutely fine. The one that I want to talk about is Toncoin. I did not think this would get below 550. We are at that 565 mark. We are going to talk about some things that I think Ton needs to do in order to diversify and continue to move forward on the path that they were on before Pavel was arrested. Having Pavel Durov get arrested, it put a spoke in the wheels of production, ingenuity, and the ability to look forward. It just put a pause on everything. And that pause sometimes has a ripple effect. So we need to see if they're going to be able to surmount this new challenge that is in front of them. They've put a bunch of new things into the ecosystem in hopes of alleviating future prosecution. So we'll see if it works. We still need to figure out when is Pavel going to go before the courts? What is the decision going to be? So there are a bunch of unknowns at the moment, but it is nice to see Toncoin staying above $5.50. Again, I do not think we see it go below 550 as long as they diversify a bit. As far as liquidations in the Ethereum side of things, we're looking at $1.563 million, basically flat. DEX volume is doing about $4.799 billion. We are up 28.78% in the last week. I said this change was coming. We are going to continue to see these numbers go up. Popular search visits for CryptoRank. This is a great site, cryptorank.io, 24 hours. The BitTensor, alt layers, Say, Arkham, Sui, all brilliant coins. On the 7-day, BitTensor up 66%, alt layer up 50%, Say up 48%, Arkham 44%, Sui 31%. Looking at the top most visited coins in the last 7 days, I'm going to actually switch this to the 24 hours, see if anything amazing has changed. It's basically the same list, but sometimes there is a differential in this. I like to pull them up at the same time and see what the differential is. Looking at top meme coin tokens by market capitalization, we have WIF, Mu, Shiba Inu. Those are the only big tokens that are trading in the green at the moment. Brett, Mog, Doge, Pepe, and a few others are seeing some retracement. We are fine with it. Well, let's check in on the poly market news of the hour. Will Taylor Swift kick Travis Kelce to the curb? How many viewers are we going to have for the VP debate? President's Cup top point scorer, Premier League top 4 finalist. Will Mira join Anthropic? What will Trump say during Michigan town hall? Helena, oh my God, we're going to get into just what category this storm is going to turn into. So we're going to check on all of these things. Hezbollah escalated the conflict. So it has been a tit for tat. They continue to go back and forth. Basically, I think Israel launched a missile at Hezbollah escalated the conflict with Israel by launching a missile at Tel Aviv, leading to intensified Israeli airstrikes in Lebanon, raising fears of broader wars and retaliations as actions increase. We have Tropical Storm Helene intensifying, with forecasts indicating it may become a hurricane. Evacuation orders and warnings are in effect for parts of Florida. I hope my mom and brother are doing okay. The warnings also extend into Mexico as residents prepare for severe weather and potential power outages because storm season has arrived. We have a Senate investigation found the Secret Service failed to prevent a credible assassination attempt on Donald Trump at a rally, criticizing leadership and operational flaws and calling for improved security measures. Last what the fuck story for this evening. The U.S. Department of Justice filed an antitrust lawsuit against Visa. The U.S. Department of Justice filed an antitrust lawsuit against Visa, accusing the company of monopolizing the credit card market and inflating consumer costs and stifling competitions. I would agree with that. All of this has led to notable reactions in the stock market. We are by no means done with this story. Next up, we're going to look at my call for this morning. It was HNT, the Helium Network. It is on Solana. I love this ecosystem. It is not getting the love and attention that it needs. It is one of the things I think you should put in your bag. This morning, the poly market prediction for Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, 48% Donald Trump in the White House, 50% Kamala Harris. At this morning's writing, Bitcoin was trading at $63,740, basically flat over the last 24 hours. Now we are going to get into some things that caught my eye that I also wrote about in my Substack. So a recent report by BitGet highlights the need for TON to diversify away from its close association with Telegram, the ecosystem that it lives upon. They need to do this to mitigate risk and ensure long-term sustainability. Telegram's vast user has fueled TON's growth. Ongoing regulatory scrutiny and issues are going to be a thorn in the side of Telegram. Pavel Durov poses a potential threat to the TON ecosystem if things do not go well with him. That's why we are not seeing the TON price go absolutely ballistic. The fact that it's trading around $5.50 lets us know that it is very risky. It is still a very risky gamble. If things work out, it will pay off in spades, in my opinion. People are talking about figuring out ways for TON to de-telegramize their operation. Basically, they would have to explore new partnerships and new markets and reduce reliance on messaging platforms and broaden the ecosystem. What about WhatsApp? There are some really interesting things that you can do on that platform. So I don't know. Are there any platforms that rival the Telegram ecosystem that can be put out as an open source platform? Once it's out, it is community-led. There is no head of it. There is no back of it. It is just a program that runs. Is this a possibility? It is all going to come out in the wash, and we're going to see this play out over the next year. RWAs, to me, they are an absolute crusher in the space, meaning they are going to be one of the things that I think absolutely onboard a ton of new people. Why do I say that? Because, yes, young people are drivers in this space. Old people have money. If older generation gets into this, the liquidity is going to be massive. To discount RWAs as the potential boat rocking mechanism that can actually bring in normies, to me, is a mistake. So the real world asset tokenization converts physical assets like real estate, art, and commodities into digital tokens, enhancing accessibility, democratizing investment. Tokenization enables smaller investors to own fractions of larger vehicles. These investment vehicles are huge. To have a small piece of something that will appreciate over time is magical. The tokenization market is expected to reach $16.1 trillion by 2030. This technology promotes financial inclusion, it reduces economic disparities, and it empowers individuals from diverse backgrounds to participate with global wealth creation. The blockchain, again, is the great equalizer. We need to explore this in all of its glory. Bitcoin options worth $5.8 billion are set to expire on Friday, potentially sparking huge market swings. Of these, 20% of the contracts are in the money, which could increase volatility as traders adjust their positions. The max pain level, which could influence price, is set at $59,000. We have to see some of these numbers play out or shit is going to get crazy, and some people are going to be super happy and others are going to be getting a divorce. That's how it is. All of this stuff is so exciting to watch. CME Group puts a great chart out. All this information and links are in my Substack. Do not hesitate to check it out. Now, this is really interesting. Are the Democrats finally becoming friendly to the crypto, or are they just ringing that bell because they know a swath of the younger voters have it on their hit list of things that need to be discussed? We have about 41 days left before the election. There is plenty of time to get information out and make decisions about some of the things that we need to do, thinking about our fucking future for the entire country. If crypto is not in our country's future consideration at this election, we are losing. Kamala Harris, it would be great if you come around. These talking points need to be investigated. You need to do some research. It takes 35 hours of your time, and you will be an absolute believer in the blockchain forever. Currently, 20% of registered Democrats identify as crypto owners. The party faces pressure to engage with the demographic to mitigate electoral risk. That's what it's all about. Everybody's trying to mitigate the risk because they want to get elected. We need people that are going to speak the truth about what they want. Those are the people we want to get elected. Enough politicians speak. Speak the truth. Give us your message. We will support it if it rings true with the people. That's what's amazing about the blockchain. It is a community-based incentive. It is community consensus. It is like nothing you've experienced, United States government. Democracy. Try blockchain technology. Boom! Anthony Scaramucci suggests that former Donald Trump's pro-crypto stance is shifting Democrats toward a more centrist position on crypto. We do like to hear this. In a recent CNBC report, he notes that Democrats are distancing themselves from their harshest critics, including the bozo, no clarity Gary, and a head boob in charge, Senator Elizabeth Warren. Bye-bye to all of you guys. What was absolutely cool is I heard Mark Cuban say today that he was possibly interested, if Kamala Harris becomes president, that he would take over the role of SEC chair. That would be great. I wonder how long Mark Cuban's hair would last in that role that Gary Gensler holds. Anyway, it is going to be interesting. All this stuff is coming down the pike. Caroline, she is getting ready to pack her bags, known as a plastic bag. She's going to put her toiletries and her flip-flops in it, and she's going to the Huskow. She just got sentenced to 2 years in the whirlwind of events that led her here. She looks back at how glorious things were. She was the CEO of Almeda. I think she had about $3 billion in the bank. We will see you in about 2 years, possibly 16 months with good behavior. Judge Lewis Kaplan's words echo in her ears, reminding her that while her cooperation was commendable, you are a complete bozo. Your betrayal of trust was so profound, you must go down. Those are quotes. So profound, you must go down. Okay, Solana Breakpoint, it came, it went. It looked like it was an absolute festival of nerds and enjoyment, the kind of festival that I like. Does it crack the dent? We have so many things at play here. Despite existing announcement, lingering questions remain about the future of meme coins, the impact of SEC, no clarity Gary, and institutional interest. Also, there's this weird chat vibe that I was hearing from people about, is FireDancer validator client, is it actually going to deliver all of the chutzpah that it is promising to deliver? One of the last things I was looking at is Bitcoin may be forming a bearish, yes, I said bearish head and shoulders pattern. That is all I'm going to say on this. There is more information in my Substack. I think it's really interesting. There's technicals, there's all kinds of shit you want to read in there if you like reading. Getting the green light from Vitalik Buterin is a win for CeeLo. They recently outperformed Tron in daily active addresses. The achievement is attributed to the rising attribution. This achievement is attributed to the rising adoption of stablecoins, reflecting a broader shift towards accessible financial services. CeeLo's success is bolstered by Tether's decision to permit an additional 200 million USDT on its blockchain and growing user base driven by apps like MiniPay and Valora. Buterin recently praised CeeLo's stablecoin focus as a unique way to add value to the Ethereum ecosystem. In terms of market performance, the token is currently trading about 13% up on the last 24 hours. Tron's TRX token, it's up about 1% in that same period. The stablecoin sector continues to attract interest with companies like Revolt, Ripple. All of these guys are planning to launch their own USD-pegged stablecoins in the near future. All of the demand for stablecoins, is it going to flourish? Something to keep your eye on. If you guys are still craving crypto clarity, please subscribe to my Substack. Warning, rare bits may cause hodling.